Welcome outside Bobcat Stadium. I'm MTN Sports' Grace Lawrence here to preview a top 3 matchup that'll take place on Saturday. Montana State hosts a familiar foe out of the Missouri Valley in South Dakota State, which is anticipated to be one of the best Gold Rush matchups in history. MSU and SDSU have met 5 times since 2017, the most recent being a close 2016 loss for the Cats and Brookings in 2023. And despite the frequency these two teams have seen of one another, there's going to be a lot of new faces and new roles for each team this time around.
Forming yourself of, the past, which I've done a good job of, is, seeing how the other games have turned out and, talking to guys about it, and then also just going out there and just executing our game plan, not trying to make too much out of it. I think that's the biggest thing.
Someone who's very familiar with Montana State is first-year South Dakota State head coach Dan Jackson. He was on staff when SDSU handed MSU a Gold Rush loss in 2017. Most recently, he was the defensive coordinator at Idaho, a team that Montana State beat twice last season.
Coach Jackson knows us better than if he hadn't been at Idaho. Because he hadn't been at South Dakota State through these last 3 times we played them, but because he's played us on the other side at Idaho, I think he's got a good sense for who we are, certainly a good sense for the environment here.
One major advantage for the Cats is playing this game at home. They'll have a crowd of 20,000 plus on their side for this one.
And what that means for our guys is something. It certainly is when you have, a 22,000 plus stadium behind you, and then also what it can mean for your opponent too. It has to be a factor for us, and I know we can't wait to get out there on Saturday night.
The game kicks off at 6 p.m. on your local Scripps Sports station. In Bozeman, Grace Lawrence, MTN Sports.